Hey everyone, I'm sorry for this super long overdue update. I just thought might as well I just do one that encompasses everything. Today is actually the 10th, actually the 11th of August. Singapore, where I'm from, just celebrated our National Day. It's our 51st anniversary, and it was fantastic. I did not really see the National Day celebration. I was out with a friend to settle some stuff on work. After that, I went to catch Pokemons. So, anyways, today actually I just went to see the orthodontist again, and she thinks that my teeth, my bite is pretty okay. Everything is biting very well. In fact, she actually called in the implant surgeon for consultation on the tooth implant in there because she's actually adjusting my teeth inside. What's happening is that one of my teeth, the teeth that's actually right beside the gap, is actually growing, try to shift itself into the position. You know how your body works. Okay, your body always trying to work its way around to serve you the best. So just imagine is that I'm supposed to have three teeth like this. Okay, so this is the one that is removed. Imagine. Okay, then of course these are teeth over there. Okay, so there's a gap here. Okay, and what happened is that this teeth starts to, it was initially, for example, this way. It starts to move this way to try to fill up this gap. Okay, I don't know if you know what I mean. So what the orthodontist did today is that she actually went inside and put two more brackets on the inside, between this on these teeth and the adjacent one, to pull it back to this way. Okay, to, I think, pulling this way, yes. Okay, from the inside. Imagine you're looking at the outside, and I'm looking at the inside, so the bracket's inside. So I lick on it a lot. She just put some rubber, put a rubber band or this thing on it. Okay, so I reckon in a way the tooth implant is already in motion. This is in preparation for that. So everything is linked up together, I guess. And also, of course, my I'm getting my weight back as I'm actually resuming my diet. I've already started to go into normal diet now. I'm experimenting on eating things that's slightly harder, like cookies, biscuits. My surgeon mentioned that as long as it's not harder than nuts, I'm always okay to give it a try. But of course, don't munch on it. It takes about 6 months for it to fully heal. But I think by the third month, I should be no problem. Um, in terms of mouth, okay, I also mentioned the fact that I'm always biting on the inside. I went to see the surgeon, and he mentioned that it's nothing, it's just my braces brackets biting on my cheek, which it happens that way. He showed me a picture of how our teeth is actually made this way, whereby this is the upper molar. Okay, okay, just imagine this is the upper molar and this is the lower. Okay, it's made to bite this way, and the groove is here. So it's made to match this way, such that this portion will push the cheek away so that we don't bite on the cheek. Amazing how our body works. Okay, but so what happens is when the bracket is there, it the outside tend to, imagine this is the molars. Okay, and the bracket is here and here, and they tend to mesh quite closely, and that's what happens when the cheekbone gets caught. It doesn't happen here is because during the surgery, the most lower inner bracket fell off during surgery. It's a common thing that brackets falls off during surgery. It's nothing to concern about as long as your surgeon sees it and takes it out and not leave it in there. Then you have to open up again and remove it. So my orthodontist said that she doesn't need it there anymore, so she just didn't actually pull it back. Okay, and she didn't put it back, and so what she did today is she moved the bottom lower bracket on this side as well, so that I don't bite on it, so that I can chew. Okay, and also she has cleared me to don't need to put any more rubber band uh, here, so you don't see any more rubber band, and I am able to open my teeth a lot wider now. I can comfortably fit two finger in, which is still quite little. The last time I went for the checkup with the surgeon, I had a opening space of I think 26 or 23. Okay, I don't know whether it's measured in cm. I don't think it's in cm. I have no clue what the unit of measurement that was. Okay, if it's 20 cm, it's going to be this much. Millimeter, his millimeter, possibly. Okay, possibly 4 centimeter, 2 centimeter, possibly. I think it's millimeter. So he said that the usual range is actually double of that. So definitely it's getting better. I can't eat a burger yet. But I can't eat a burger means I can't just like that. I got to really break it down or press it, squeeze it before biting. But I can't complain. As you can see, the earlier video I was eating a filet fish. That was actually quite a few days back. Today is already the uh, 7th week. It's already Thursday. It's already 7th week. So I've really been cleared to eat whatever I want to eat. And I'm seeing the orthodontist and the surgeon again at the end of this month, which is actually the 2 month mark. And also, I feel I just noticed one thing. If you notice my lower gum, can you see the difference in color? Here is more obvious, right? I hope you can see. The darker color is where the sensation has returned. The light pink is where there's no sensation. So I guess that's an indication the nerves are reconnecting. That's pretty awesome. Okay, really seeing how the body is recovering. The swelling, honestly speaking, people can't notice it, but I can. It's because when I move, I can just feel that there's something here and here. Okay, that is just not normal, but generally it's bad. How do I know? My upper lips. I like to do this. So when I do this, you can see almost like a whisker, like I don't know, groove forming. This side is very visible. This side not so much. That means there's still a little bit of swelling here, and also when pulling of my cheek during the orthodontist appointment today, um, it's obvious that this side was still there are some things there. Okay, and I got a good news. This, okay, there's a little crater. I mentioned that when I was very young, the dentist mentioned that that could be an exposed nerve. But today my orthodontist said that based on the post-surgery X-ray, it looked fine. So yes, it's sensitive, but it's not a root canal waiting to happen. It could be fixed with a simple filling, which is a good news. And she's already arranging the appointment for me to go for a filling so that it's not so painful. So I'm so glad that I don't have to go through another root canaling. Hopefully, it will resolve the issue. It's really sensitive. She's also actually removed the rubber band because she knows that this is sensitive. It's quite sensitive. It's quite sore. So she said that actually we don't need the rubber band anymore. So just see and observe whether without the rubber band it helps me uh, feel better. But in fact, I'm already feeling better. Okay, can you hear that? Okay, that actually indicates the strength returning to my jaw and my bones. And I'm very happy with my new bite. Very, very happy. Okay. Um, okay, and I'm sure by the time my braces comes off, which is actually going to be this year, I'm very sure of that. Looking at the way it's progressing, um, I will go for a whitening process, and also going to do a little bit of maybe crowning or whatever for this tooth, which has really undergone root canaling treatment. And yep, that is the update. Okay. Thank you guys for really supporting me and following me through this process. I just realized there's a few more subscribers today. Now, I'm not looking at thousands of subscribers, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, because well, I can be funny, I can have content, but as you can see, I've been busy doing this. So but thank you very much for taking the interest in seeing how this goes. I've actually also got in touch with a few friends who has gone through this, or are going through this, or are going to be going through this. And I'm really happy to see that, hey, there are many of us around, and I hope this experience will be as fruitful and meaningful and life changing as it is for you, because as of now, I've really noticed a drastic change in the confidence in terms of speech. I'm definitely smiling more. I'm definitely speaking more. I'm definitely more happier with the way I look. Okay. I'm not saying this for everyone, but I'm starting to look in the mirror a lot more than before. Um, I'm sure people with underbite, especially severe ones, are pretty conscious. So if you're asking me whether this is actually an operation worth going through, I would say yes, definitely, um, because it's really going to improve a lot of aspects for you in your life. The younger you do it, the longer time you have to enjoy the benefit. So if you're really pondering, like I mentioned, if you've been following through, I'll repeat, there isn't really much pain. The only thing you have to endure is the hunger, the inconvenience of not being able to speak. But the benefit definitely outweighs the downside of it, which is actually really temporary. Which is why dentists actually recommend this surgery, and anyone who has gone through it will recommend it. I personally recommend it too, because um, how an underbite actually affects your life. And I hope what you have seen in terms of my results has served as a boost of confidence for you, as well as something that you feel you would like to actually go through. Because I remember when I was preparing myself for this journey, I looked up a lot of videos online, and I've really was amazed at how big a change people undergoing this surgery have shown. So I've always wanted to see how I will look uh, after the surgery. I really couldn't. Trust me, you look, no matter how hard you look in the mirror, you will see a face that you've never seen before. Um, People will not be able to recognize you. Now people are able to. They can't really tell what happened to me, because I didn't really like announce what I'm doing to everyone. So when they see me recently again, they just go, "What happened to you?" They just thought that it's just braces. It's just what. Like I repeat, this is actually not a cosmetic procedure. This is a facial reconstructive procedure. This is a corrective procedure. Um, but because of how drastic it changes the look, and most of the time it's for the better, a lot of people, especially in South Korea, are actually doing this without having any underbite or overbite issue, to just enhance their looks, which is why there's actually a common misunderstanding that this procedure is just for the cosmetic or aesthetic purpose, which is not true. A severe underbite, or known as a class 3 malocclusion, can pose as a serious long-term issue. For example, number one is definitely a choking hazard if your incisors are unable to break the food into smaller pieces, like now. Okay, I used to have an open bite. If you look in the first video, you can see I, I could stick out my tongue this much. Okay, and I was still able to bite, but now I can't. Okay, kind of miss it. I kind of miss the fact that I could actually bite on my teeth and speak and not sound like I'm grinning. I'm being angry. You know, now it's like, hey, I'm talking to you right now. It sounds like I'm really angry with you. But in the past, when I do that, I can never be angry. And also for my case, I was only having about 3 or 4 biting points at the back of the molar. And what will happen is that will lead to indigestion, which I've had issues and series of episodes of intestine inflammations and so on and so forth. I believe that's got to do hugely with not being able to digest the foods properly. And also they will lead to really uneven wear and tear, especially for my big molars at the back, which are the 2 or 3 sets of teeth that actually are biting, and they'll wear off very quickly, and I will need to have dentures at a very young age and have them constantly replaced. So that is not going to be a long-term solution. So what when the dentist recommended this surgery to me, um, of course there was fear. There was fear. Of course, if you are going through this, you will fear too, of the unknown. And after all, it's about cutting the bone. It sounds really painful. It sounds really scary. It is a major surgery. Be prepared for that. Mine took 8 hours. Mine was a lot of work. Fortunately, unfortunately, because that also means I will see the biggest change in terms of the results. But what was I saying? See, as age catches up, uh, you tend to talk halfway and suddenly forget what we're supposed to speak. Mm, I was saying that yeah, the when the surgeon recommended to me, he is just saying that there's still at least 30-40 years of my life, uh, not 30, 40, or even 50 years of my life ahead. And this actually allows me to really have a good, better quality of life. It's a worthwhile investment. So yeah, I just jump to it, and I don't think I'll ever look back. Um, Now it's really just waiting for the swell to go down, waiting for all the sensations to come back and everything. I think by the end of this year, or if latest next year, I am able to completely be done with this whole thing, and we'll chat again. Okay, thank you so much again for following me. And if you have anything you want to chat with me, please drop me a message or just leave in the comment box below. And if you like to see anything regarding around Singapore, do let me know as well. I will try to come up with some content to see whatever I can add. Okay, so thank you. Bye.